Well, I hope that you had a fantastic Easter. My name is Mason Sherrill. I'm the pastor for men's ministry at Calvary Church. And I want to just bring you a few encouraging words and some thoughts for the week ahead. So I want to share with you some of what I read in my quiet time, which was Psalm 25. I'm going to read a few verses, but I encourage you just to go back and read all of Psalm 25. I think you'll find it encouraging for you in this week as well. I'm going to start in verse 4 and just read 4 through 7. So Psalm 25, verse 4. Make me know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day. Remember, O Lord, your compassion and your loving kindness, for they have been from of old. Do not remember the sins of my youth or my transgressions. According to your loving kindness, remember me, for your goodness' sake, O Lord. Well, in this psalm, it goes on to talk about what it means to be lonely and afflicted. And I think a lot of us are feeling that as we face down another 3 weeks of stay-at-home order. Many of us have been forced to work from home. Others are going out and working, but in a little bit more dangerous and stressful environment than they did before. And some of us have lost our jobs, and most of us are feeling some concern for what the future holds. And so with that, I understand that we all have slightly different situations and circumstances, but the truth is, in all of it, God sees us. And that's what I just loved about this, about calling God to remember us and to lead us and to teach us. One thing I think we all have in common is that this stay-at-home order is revealing areas of our life, probably some of the things that have been going well, those have been highlighted, but also some of the areas that maybe were hidden, that haven't been as well, have been exposed. And it's an opportunity for us to learn anew from the Lord. And that's why this is so encouraging, is because it's a promise from God to come and to teach us. And I want to encourage you that the Lord knows you, He knows what's best for you, and you personally, God decided that you would be born in this generation, at this time, and in this season, and He's taking you through the things that He's taking you through because of His love for you, and because He has great things in store for you. And that's what this psalm helps me be encouraged by. And I want all of us to come and to encourage and lift up one another. And I thought one of the ways that we could do that is to have a few more of these videos for men at Calvary Church. So we're going to be sharing some videos coming up in the next few days about quiet time, about what it means to lead in your home. And we'd love just to hear from you as well. If there are other topics or areas of interest that you would like us to address, please send us a direct message. We'd love to hear from you. I thought it would be helpful as we look at 3 more weeks of being on home assignment, some ways that we can learn some best practices of how we can live and work at home. And I heard one that was really encouraging to me and really helpful, because for me, anytime my routine is changed, that transition time is very difficult for me. It can be a challenge spiritually until I can get a new rhythm of being in the Word. And so that's something that I've personally been going through. And so being able to, for me to find a new rhythm of what my day looks like and finding a new schedule is important. And this suggestion that I heard, I thought it was fantastic. It talked about when you work from home, that transition from working back into family life. And for many of us, it's hard to make that in, just walking up the stairs or leaving the closet or bedroom, wherever we've been working during this season. And so they suggested doing kind of a virtual commute, taking 20 minutes to read a book or to play a game or to listen to some music. I thought that was an excellent idea. And so what I'd love is for you to share any ideas of best practices that you have while you've been working at home. It's a way we can encourage our community, encourage one another. So leave a comment below this video of something that you found as a best practice or a helpful in working at home. I know for me, this is the 4th or 5th time I've tried this video with kids running in. That's part of some of our experience. And so what are some ways that you've navigated that? Let's encourage one another and share some best practices by commenting below. Additionally, I want to just share a few things that I think are important in this season. First and foremost is obviously continuing to be in the Word and in prayer. We need to keep that going. And as God's Word said to us today, that He wants to teach us, and we have an opportunity to learn from Him and to grow in this season. A couple things that I think are really important as well is just our whole mental and physical bodies as well, and how that's important for us, especially in some of the additional stresses that we're experiencing in this season. So 3 things I want to encourage is get the sleep that you need. I think this can be challenging to kind of change some of our habits, Maybe you're staying up later at night or sleeping in later. Maybe your schedule's gotten really off. But to get the sleep that you need, there was a study done, and it was very interesting, is they found just even 20 minutes of sleep deprivation could have negative effects on people's moral decisions. And in a time when a lot of temptation may be coming your way, it's important that we have the rest that we need. Second of all is get some exercise. Encourage, if you're able to get 30 minutes of exercise at least 3 times a week. It's just going to help you feel better. It's going to be good for your body, and it's going to give you those endorphins and the release of those chemicals, all the things that we need to be healthy individuals, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And finally, I just want to encourage you is to try to take one complete day off. I know it's hard when you're at home, but try to find a day, if you can get a full day just to decompress. And there's lots of media, there's all the things that are going on. We're working a lot on computers and remotely. So I'd encourage you, try to get that day off just to rest and be with the Lord. So those are just some of my thoughts to help you in this season. I'd love to hear some of yours. Please put them below. And then again, send us a direct message of any ways we can encourage you, any things that you'd like us to talk about topically. And then also if you have any needs, if you're wrestling with temptation or struggling in any way, we'd love to come alongside you at this side during this time. So I hope you have a blessed day, and we can't wait just to continue these conversations through this format.